Hello and welcome to another Wi-Fi battle. It's been a while since I've done one of these, and this battle was done quite a while ago, but my opponent's got a pretty interesting team, so let's jump straight into this. So, my opponent's going to lead off with his Poliwhirl, and I'm going to lead off with my Raichu. And this is before I decided to start running Focus Blast on my Raichu, so thank you Blaziken. Focus Blast has actually helped me out, but of course with my luck it misses half the time. So anyway, he does make the good switch into the Golurk, and I knew he was going to switch out but not listening, but I wanted to go for a Fake Out just to make sure. So he goes for the Earthquake here, and that does a ton of damage to my staying alive on the switch in here. So I'm surprised he withdrew here, because maybe he thought I would outspeed him and be able to get a Scald off, so that's why he switched into his Poliwrath here with that Water Absorb, probably going to absorb my attacks. I don't know Poliwhirl very well, as you got to see in this battle, so he goes for a low sweep here. And that does a decent chunk of damage, and my speed's starting to drop, but I am managing to get the Toxic off, so it's going to start whittling this down. That's why I do like using Staying Alive here. Awesome Pokemon to use. Definitely use one of this. I've got many videos of this thing kicking ass on my channel now. So I go to back off here, and I bring it to my Let's Play here, which is a Ghost Tap. One to absorb any fighting move this thing goes in. But it goes for the Belly Drum, so this thing becomes a huge threat, and I make a very stupid play here. I mean, very stupid. So I go for the Mega Evolve here, and I go for the Sucker Punch instead of the Shadow Sneak. If I'd went for the Shadow Sneak, this thing probably would have killed it and not resisted it. Me being a total idiot, I completely forgot this thing was a fighting type. So down goes my Mega Bayonet, and down goes his Poliwhirl due to poison. So that is not a good start by any means, shape or form. So he goes into his Dirt League, and I leave him to go into my Choo Choo. I'm going to get a quick Fake Out here, and that does a surprising amount of damage considering it's got no stab or anything and no attacking investment on this Raichu. So I go into my guys to try and scare this thing off as it Sludge Bombs me, and my special defensive wall comes in. But here he goes for a Camouflage, which is an interesting move, as I go for the Psychic trying to get the super effect damage. So thanks to that, this thing's going to be able to live the hit. But unfortunately now, it's going to lose its adaptability for that Dragon Pulse and cause absolutely no damage to my Lapras. So I certainly can't suggest Camouflage on a Dirtleage at all. That, if anything, there was the reason not to use it. So he goes into his Infernape, and I'm wanting to switch out here because I don't fancy taking a close combat to the face. So the only one on my team who's going to somewhat like taking close combat is probably ZZ Top. Because since I don't have my Mega Bayonet anymore, it kind of sucks. So it's just put a huge damper on this battle. So I am able to take that really well, as this thing goes for a Dig of all things instead of an EQ, as I go for a Yawn to try and scare this thing off. So of course what I'm going to do, I'm going to go for the Protect here. I can't see any reason why you'd run Dig over Earthquake at any time. Well, maybe there's a reason for it, as I say, I don't know tactically why you would. So anyway, he's going to go into his Golurk here, as I'm just going to switch out into my Staying Alive here. So I am going to start getting some lefties recovery, etc, etc. So he goes for the Earthquake again. That's going to use a huge chunk of damage, as I go for a Scald, hoping for good damage. And of course I do manage to get the burn, so thankfully, cover the burn, I am able to just start recovering and stuff. So burn's going to slowly whittle this thing down, as it does go for the EQ again, but thanks to that burn, I'm going to live on the slightest amount of health. I believe I lived on 4 HP there. Sorry, the camera is not the best angle, as you can tell. I will work on recording a bit better next time. This thing was kind of put together on the Slam, realising I'm a little bit bored and haven't really got a YouTube video up in a while. So it goes for the Heavy Slam. I resist that being the ground water type, as I'm just going to start recovering away. And Staying Alive is doing his namesake. Staying Alive, taking these hits, getting the BGs on, all that good stuff right there. So he goes into his Venusaur, which is the play he should have done a long time ago, and I'm like, oh hell, I don't want to stick around for that. So I go into ZZ Top, which is the only thing I can even somewhat touch this thing, and even then I can't somewhat do much of this thing because it's a Mega Venusaur. So that this thick fatty out here is just going to start doing loads of damage, as our Petal Dance does get a critical hit, and Torkoal, not known for its special defense, even though resisted, doesn't take that very well. So I'm going to switch out here, predicting a switch, and go into the Go-Goat here, but of course again he does go out, and I get the Sap Zipper up. So he's going to withdraw instead of staying on, which is a good cause on his part, as I'm going to go for a Rock Slide here. And Rock Slide unfortunately doesn't kill this thing, and I thought I could live this, another stupid play on my part, but that Flare Blitz is going to completely annihilate this Go-Goat. And at least he's going to die from recoil. I was wanting to get some bulk ups there, but silly on my part. There goes my Go-Goat as well. 2 really bad plays has cost me, cost me my Pokemon essentially here. So it goes for the Zen Headbutt here. I take that somewhat well, as I'm just wanting the Lava Plume. I want to get a burn on this thing, but it's going to start eating them lefties of his own when just numbing away out here. Basically a feast out here. This isn't a Pokemon battle anymore. This is just a feast. So to switch out into my staying alive again to take whatever hits this thing wants to chuck at me. This goes for the Zen headbutt, probably just trying to flinch me, whatever. I was about to say, this Flalment has got quite a few flinching moves on here. So I'm going to get hit by a crunch again, as I just want to chuck the Toxic out, and well, no, I don't chuck the Toxic out, I go for the Scald, sorry. And I don't get the burn. Toxic would have been the better thing here, Scald's a lesser chance, and I'm just wanting to get some damage on this thing at this point. So while the Stall War's going on here, I'm just going to chuck a question out here. What is your favourite move? Like, what's your favourite move of the whole series? Personally mine, I love the animation on Gunk Shot, literally the trash bin getting thrown, so I'm going to say that's my favourite move, just for the really cool animation it's got in 6th gen. So back to the battle, as I say, this person's just trying to flinch me, as I'm just wanting to get the Toxic up, and it avoids it again, I believe. So, staying alive, not having much luck out here. He's good at staying alive, but he's not good at killing other things, which is a shame. So goes to crunch again, and I'm hoping not to get flinched or anything like that as I go for the recover. Say a very stally part of the match here, I'm just wanting to get the Salamence out the way. I've already lost a lot of good Pokemon to some silly players on my part. So at least I'm at a good HP here, and goes for the crunch again, which is weird, this thing hasn't got any Dragon type moves. So anyway, I finally get the Toxic hit on this thing, as it's going to start dying thankfully, as I'm just going to keep playing on the Star Wars. So while the Star Wars going on, little question actually, I just got a Wii U actually, and I've been playing an awful lot of Splatoon and got a Wii U for my birthday. Would you just like to see some Wii U content? Because I'm thinking of doing some videos with a friend of mine on Super Smash Bros, Splatoon, etc. and all that. So if you guys would like that and have made it this far in the video, I'd love some feedback on that and all that good stuff, if I can speak English today. So, we're playing the Star War here, I'm just getting some Scalds in, I'm just trying to chip this down, because at this point, I don't think either of us are wanting to switch, either he can't or he just doesn't want to, and you know, staying alive is just going to do its job out here, and this thing is just going to bulk out everything for days. So it goes for the Zen Headbutt there, which is the stronger options. I'm just going to keep getting some recovers going. As I say, 2 or 3 more turns, this thing's going to die to poison. Unfortunately, it's going to live a lot longer than I wanted to. Do cover that stupid poison. Stupid poison. Stupid poison? What am I on about? No, poison's the thing I want going. But either way, this is it. We're just going to keep backing this up, and there's a lot of stalliness going on in this video, so it's like, panic, as the Star Wars are going to continue. But this thing is eventually going to go down to the poison here, as we'll get one more turn of this. Zen Headbutt, don't get flinched as I get some recover. So the weird thing is, what the move should have been a long time ago is I would have switched out to the Mega Venusaur. The thing is, when you get in a Star War like here, especially when you see ground grass types can't really touch water. I mean, grass types really well, so the better switch would have always been to switch into the Venusaur straight away. So we do have a mixed Venusaur here as it goes to the double edge here, as I do decide to stay in because I didn't want to switch out anything and I'm wanting to get something on this thing. So I get the critical hit, but that's not what I wanted. I want the burn on this thing to start chipping away. So it goes for the Frenzy Plan here, and that does a huge ton of damage to me. But at least the thing is, the Frenzy Plan is, I have a turn to kind of judge what I want to do here, as this recharges and I go for the Lava Plume, which is super effective, but Thick Fat's going to kind of even that out. What I should have done here, in hindsight, was go for the Yawn, so it would have put this thing asleep and I would have been able to start doing some damage. So ZZ Chop's just going to try and burn this thing eventually, as I eventually whittle this thing down and win the match. Sorry for the long drawn out blabber at the end. But as I say, I just wanted to get a match uploaded because it's been a long time since I've got a match uploaded and this thing's going to go down. So thank you all for watching this match, and I hope you all have a nice day.